And that's complete to Adams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe the defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard,
and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Geronimo Allison, 27 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
70, Indy. Set. 61, Matchbox Lights. Bravo.
Here's Locke. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 23 yards, the final tally. Rodgers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Check. Lucky.
Here's Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. He's got it to Williams. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Watch the screen.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Locke. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Hireman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's locked. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Throwing his lock on third down. Airing it out for Hamilton. And that's caught inside the 35. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Throwing on first down is Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw again on second down. Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there. And now they'll have it 1st and goal. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by McManus is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Let's go, boys, bring it up!
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Back north.
They run it again with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Here's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Kelly, don't let Kelly.
Throwing is Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Got a man. That's Allison. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
You got 58.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The pass there complete to Sutton. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play changed. 10 just outside the 30. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Set. 60 outlaw.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. One more time with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsey, his second touchdown of the night, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Scan 300. Scan 300. It's just me and you. Check it.
Now Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
So gain of 10 brings up third and 2.
This is third and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Check 26. Check 26. Jam. Check.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Slam! Inside! Hey! High 7!
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything has flipped in the other direction.
On the ground, it's Reddick. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
They go back to Reddick. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
To throw is locked. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 6-6. Pull it high. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Watch that. Hey, Zoo. 51. Get up.
Rodgers to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's... So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
We got this. No.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
83, 218, chopper. Watch the screen. Pass. Box it, slip it down.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Let's get the ball.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. They'll run on first down. Williams. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Again, it's Williams. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Undercrush. Undercrush. Undercrush.
Hey, 88. We are going. Shit. Topper.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Crosby puts it through, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Lock going to go on 4th down. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Tramon Williams. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.